In Chapter 8 of Punch Above Your Weight, I look at the very important subject of selling skills and negotiation skills. Now, you might think that you don't need selling skills or negotiation skills. The fact is that everyone is a salesperson. You may not be selling a product or a service, but you are selling yourself and you're selling your ideas. And what we've learned from professional salespeople are some very good skills that if the individual picks them up, they'll be really good at selling their own personality and their own things that they can contribute to other people. Now, there is a sales process and we'll look at it, but I think it's really worth remembering what Robert Louis Stevenson said. He said, everybody lives by selling something. The modern salesperson who is really effective doesn't work on selling, they work instead on creating the buying mindset on the part of the other person. So this sales process is something that we can all learn for ourselves. Firstly, you have to think about who are the people you want to do business with, whether it's your career, employment or whatever. You need to be good at what we call prospecting. Secondly, you need to be good at making the contacts, what some people call cold calling. In fact, although we're quite frightened often of cold calling and making contact with people, you seldom really get a bad rejection. You just have to harden yourself to work through the process. You do need to know your product, so you need to know yourself and what you can contribute. You need to know the wants and the needs of the other side. And then you've got to marry what their wants and needs are with what you can provide. The other subject is that of negotiation skills. Now, negotiation skills are used in a variety of contexts. At one end of the scale, we have big commercial projects. Moving down the scale a bit, perhaps property, negotiating the price for a property, down farther to the price for a car, down to interpersonal negotiations just to get somebody to do something, right to the other end where we have what we call security negotiation. Hostage sieges, kidnap situations and so forth. The key thing is to realise that we're often embarrassed about negotiating. So always practice negotiating wherever you can. We find in the UK particularly that we don't like to negotiate. If we see a price, we assume that's set in concrete. Other cultures are not the same, and frequently they do very well in business. There is one thing above all else that's important, and that is planning. Planning both your selling situation and planning any negotiation, because the more thought you put into those two areas before you get into the real situation, the greater the chances of your success. To summarise this chapter, we've looked at two very important areas. The area of selling skills, and we are all salespeople, even if we don't sell double glazing, timeshare or motor cars, we all sell ourselves and our ideas. Negotiation skills are vital for everybody because we all have to deal with other people. We have to work out what they want, what we want, and come to an agreement in the common ground. A very powerful chapter and one that will transform your working life.